Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today we have 3 great stories, and the first of them. It helps if you know the owner. So I hope you hit the like button, and let's get started. This happened about 2 years ago. The restaurant that I work in is a small family-owned place, very nice food with pretty high prices and extremely good reviews. One week, on a Thursday, the maitre d' is taken to the hospital with appendicitis, so naturally, he couldn't work his regular shifts on Friday and Saturday night, so I tell everyone I'll do it and fill in for him. Friday night, I'm waiting tables, operating the cash register, and acting as maitre d', as are the other 2 waiters, Dave and Phil. As I said, it's a small place. We all chip in. The really busy period of the evening is winding down, and things are a little quieter. I'm just greeting a couple and checking their reservation when a group of 5 women come in the front door, all dressed in business attire, power suits, etc. Cast. Me equals me. I'm also Chris in this story, not my real name. Leader equals Senior Karen. Dave equals one of the other waiters. KITs, Karen's in training. The leader of the pack is the archetypical Karen, and I'm guessing about 45 to 48 years old. The other 4 women are KITs, Karen's in training, and look to be in their early to mid-30s. The leader is obviously the most senior and more dominant of the group. As they're waiting for me to finish with the couple who were in front of them, the leader is saying loudly to the other 4, "Yes, this is an extremely good restaurant, fantastic food, it has great reviews in all the newspapers and magazines, a bit pricey but well worth it. But that's no problem because it's all going on the corporate credit card, right girls?" The kits all laugh at this. Then she goes on to describe the restaurant in really glowing terms. In fact, she was pretty much quoting word for word a favorable review the restaurant got in a travel magazine about a month before. It's like she had committed the review to memory or something, and then she was finished with, "I eat here all the time, whenever I'm in town. I'm a regular." I thought that was strange, as I don't ever remember seeing her in the restaurant. Oh well, no matter. After seating the couple that had come in before them, I return to the Karens at the front desk, smile, and say, "Good evening, ladies. Welcome to XYZ Restaurant. How may I help you?" The leader says, "We want table 5. I reply, "Certainly, ma'am. Do you have a booking?" Leader says, "No." I say, "Sorry, ladies, but at the moment we are fully booked. However, if you'd like to wait at the bar, come back in maybe 45 minutes. I'll get you seated as soon as I can." The leader said loudly, "No, you will seat us now. I made arrangements with the owner for a table tonight." I ask, "When did you speak to the owner about making a reservation?" She quickly looks at the kits and with a really smug expression says, "Wednesday afternoon. I came in personally to speak to the owner. He's a very good friend of mine. You're too stupid to get it organized. He's not going to be pleased when I tell him about your incompetence." This sends the 5 kits into fits of giggling while the leader looks proud of her dominance. I say, "Oh, okay, I think I understand." Leader says, "You don't look smart enough to understand anything." More giggles from the kits. Just then, Dave, one of the other waiters, comes out of the kitchen and walks past. I call him over and introduce him to the group. "Ladies, I'd like you to meet Dave. He's worked as a waiter here for 7 years. The women don't look impressed. Then I say, "Dave, who owns the restaurant." Dave looks really puzzled for a few seconds, then says, "You do, Chris." I then turn to the group and repeat, "Sorry, ladies, but at the moment we're fully booked. However, if you'd like to wait at the bar or perhaps come back in about 45 minutes, I'll get you seated as soon as I can." The leader says in a huff, "Come on, girls, we're leaving. The food here is horrible and overpriced anyway." And they all leave. Don't know if they had a booking arranged with the owner at another restaurant or if they ate fast food that night. Don't know, don't care. And yes, I am the owner. Well, it's really mostly owned by my parents, and I have a minor share in the business, but my parents had kind of retired a few years before, and they left the day-to-day running of the business to me, and would only come in about once a month for a couple of hours, mainly to catch up with old friends who are regular patrons. So for all intents, I am the owner. Yes, I pitch in and wait tables when needed. I'm not even the legal age to work. Background: B is brother, me is me, duh. EC is entitled customer, and B is Bob, not real name, the owner. I'm a 13-year-old white male and have a 16-year-old brother that works in a local pizzeria. In my state, the legal age to have a job is 15, and I was turning 14 in a month and a half. This happened a week ago. My family goes to the pizzeria every Friday, and the owners used to be our neighbors, so we were friends. Now on to the story. I was hanging out with my brother in the back, and sometimes I help around. I went to go get a drink because my food was almost ready when I get a tap on my shoulder. EC: "Excuse me, can you get me a water from the fridge? Also, I've been waiting and still haven't gotten my food." Friday nights are normally busy. Me, sorry ma'am, I don't work here, and you can just go up to the fridge and get one. They allow it. EC scoffs and returns back to her table, mumbling under her breath. I didn't think much of it and went to go sit down. A few minutes later, I'm eating my food, and she came up to me and said, "You shouldn't be eating, and you should be working. Now, get back to work and get me my order." I was wearing a light gray Jurassic Park shirt, and the uniform was black with the logo in the corner and the address and phone number on the back. I looked at my family with confusion, and I got up and walked to the back to get B and asked him if her order was ready, and he said, "Yeah." When I came up to her saying that they'll bring it out in a few moments, but that wasn't soon enough for her. MEC, "No, I want it now. Give me my food or else I'll get you fired." Me, "Listen, ma'am, I don't work here. I'm 13 and the legal age limit to work is 14, and that's still a little under the age. My brother got the job at 14 because we know the owners, and if you aren't happy, that's not my problem." EC, "Shut the F up, you little C-word. Go get me my order now." Me, "I don't work here. I already told you that." She grabbed a Sprite and threw it at me, and she missed, but the can exploded all over my brand new shoes. Me, "Flip you little armadillo. Go suck a lemon." I didn't say armadillo, but I did say lemon because my parents were right next to me. One of the cashiers saw this and went back to get Bob. Bob comes out. "What's all the commotion?" EC, "This R-word of an employee spat at me and threw a can at me. Now I want him fired right now." Bob, "Ma'am, he doesn't work here." Bob's in his late 40s and has seen these kind of problems before. EC, "Yes, he does. I want him fired right effing now." By now, the whole restaurant's looking at her. Bob, "I'm going to check the security cameras and see what happened." After he was done, he came back and talked to the lady. Bob, jokingly, "I'm so sorry, ma'am, that he did that to you. I'll fire him ASAP." She had a smug look on her face. "You can get your food for free at a different restaurant because I don't tolerate crap for garbage people like you. Now get out of my restaurant." As he proceeded to kick the lady out, she was banned for the restaurant for life. Bob said that if I ever wanted a job, just say the word and I can start. So that's my "Lady, I don't work here" story and how I got a job for when I turned 14. I'm still thinking about whether I should take up his offer. I finally did it. Obvious trigger warning, mobile user. Yesterday at about 2:30, I was shopping at my local smiley face box store. As I usually do, I stop and check their app to figure out what aisle stuff is on since they did a reset a few months ago, and I have not yet become accustomed to the layout. While standing in the aisle searching the app, I hear a very loud throat-clearing sound. It was at that point I knew my opportunity to try a new tactic. We all saw how verbally obscene I've been in the past. This time, I was going to play nice. This lady didn't look like the stereotypical Karen. She had red highlights and curly hair. Let's call her Kay. And to be open, I'm wearing a green shirt with a Minecraft creeper on it. Kay. Ahem, excuse me, hey. Her hand was on her hip, and her head was tilted in that "I'm about to go off on you" way that Karens get before threatening a manager. Me. Yes? Karen. I've been waiting here over 10 minutes. I cut her off mid-sentence. I felt a bit cheeky. Me. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry you had to wait. Why didn't you get my attention sooner? Since you're here now, can you check the back for this Homedic foot spa? The app said you have one in stock, but the slot's empty. You're supposed to be helping me. I am? Well, I guess I could go back with you to check. I'm not exactly sure how that would work, but I'm game. Karen. Excuse me, you're the one who works here. Me. Pretty sure I don't. However, judging by your blue shirt, you're the employee I requested 15 minutes ago. Do you have any idea what it's like to wait that long for an employee, then have them lie and say they don't work here? Karen. I don't work here, dumbass. What are you even talking about? Well, then why would you come up to a customer who's obviously waiting on somebody and then tell them you've been waiting for their attention for 10 minutes? Karen. I didn't. Me. Yes, you did. Now, don't lie to me twice. Do we need to get your manager up here? At this point, she lets out the loudest type of sound and walks out mouthing something under her breath. I continued my shopping and ultimately checked out. Probably the most fun I've ever had defusing a situation without the use of profanity and without an actual employee getting involved. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I'll see you soon.